To my brain, my heart, sports talk with Mike. I'm going to continue my breakdown of the divisions in Major League Baseball. Yesterday we kicked it off with the AL East. I'm going to start today with the AL Central. First up, the Minnesota Twins. Last season, 66-95, fifth in the division. They picked up a young pitcher in Vance Worley, but lost a good center fielder in Denard Spam. On top of the rotation with Vance Worley and Scott Diamond, they look useful. They look like they can cause some damage. Scott Diamond is Canadian, by the way. And Kevin Correa, he can log a lot of innings for them. Other than that, though. And then in the bullpen, they got Glenn Perkins, but after that, it's just there's a lot of problems in their bullpen. Let me tell you that. They also have the worst outfield in Major League Baseball. They got Mastroni, Parmalee, and Josh Willingham. Willingham can get you some runs there with his strength, but that's about it. Defensively, brutal. Other than that, they got beyond Justin Morneau and Joe Mauer, a lot of unknowns. Shortstop in third. They got the old man, Jamie Carroll at second. Oh, it's a bad team. They got Morneau and Mauer, like I said. After that, it's just pointless. That's why I got them fifth in the division. I don't see them doing much harm to any team, really. Could probably end up being the worst team in Major League Baseball between them and the Houston Astros. I think Houston could be better than them anyway. Next up, we got the Kansas City Royals. 70-92 last season, third in the division. Not bad for a Kansas City Royal team. They picked up really good pitching. James Shield, Ervin Santana, and Wade Davis. So now they got a great rotation, pretty nice. Like I said, Santana, Shields, Davis, Jeremy Guthrie, and Bruce Chen. They got a lot of strikeouts, a lot of innings. It's great because they have a really weak bullpen. They got Big Luke, the former first overall draft pick, coming out of the pen now. After that, though, it's a lot of you're gonna have a lot of scary times if your starters can't log 7 or 8 innings a game. They got a young lineup with a ton of potential. Eric Hosmer, Billy Butler, Mike Moustakas, Lorenzo Cain. They got that old guy Canadian Jeff Francoeur. Home runs, a lot of power, doubles, scoring. They'll be pretty good in that. And just because of that, like I said, they're going to log a lot of innings from their starters. I like their starters, and I like their young offense. I see them finish second in the division. The Kansas City Royals, second in a division. You heard it here first, folks. Next up, the Detroit Tigers, last season 88-74, first in the division. Lost to the San Francisco Giants in the World Series in a sweep. They picked up Torrey Hunter. They lost Young, but that's okay. He's just designated hitter. You got Torrey Hunter, it's okay. Nasty rotation with Justin Verlander, Max Scherzer, Doug Fister, Anibal Sanchez. But they have no lefties, so that might hurt them again when they're facing teams that are left-handed Latin. But they have a great, their pitching staff could all be aces on a lot of teams anyway. So I don't have a lot of issues with that. They have a dependable bullpen. Benoit and Phil Koch, they're leading the way. I like Koch a lot. But after that, they don't really have that solid closer. Valverde, get out of here. Defensive outfielders with Torrey Hunter and Austin Jackson. Their lineup, home runs galore. Miguel Cabrera, Prince Fielder. They got a healthy Victor Martinez. So you know you're going to score a lot of runs. Detroit's going to get back on that horse. Going to probably get to the 100-win mark. First in the division. I can't see anything less from Detroit because they're solid from top to bottom. Little bit of weakness in the bullpen, but not too much. We got the Cleveland Indians, 68-94 last season, fourth in the division. They picked up a lot. They were very busy in the free agent market. Nick Swisher, Michael Bourne, Brett Myers, Dice K, Mark Reynolds, Drew Stubbs brought over in a trade. Matt Capps and Trevor Bauer brought over in a trade. They lost Chu in a trade and Travis Hafner to the Yankees. Leadership, guys that have been with the organization for a long time. But with that, I don't trust the rotation. They got Ubaldo Jimenez. He hasn't really proved he can continue dominance. He's really great pitcher, but he's so up and down. Can't stay consistent. And you got that old guy with Myers and oft injured Dice K. It's hard to look at that rotation as being solid. Chris Perez, he's probably going to be dealt from their bullpen. He's amazing. But after him, you got the two Matts, Matt Albers and Matt Capps. So the bullpen's not too bad. But they're going to be great with defense, power, speed. You got Bourne, Asdrubal Cabrera, Nick Swisher, Carlos Santana, Mark Reynolds, Drew Stubbs. I'm predicting that they'll be top 5 in for runs, home runs, stolen bases. Pretty much every offensive statistic there is, I can see them being top 5. But with their pitching being so brutal and so not trustworthy, they're only going to they'll finish 4th in the division again. And that's only because of the pitching. Pitching will be the worst in the league, probably. And the last team, the Chicago White Sox, 85 and 77 last season, 2nd in the division. They picked up Jeff Keppinger, who did pretty well for the Rays last season, and Matt Lindstrom, a good reliever. They lost old guys, so it's okay. They got a pretty decent starting rotation. Sale, Peavy, Danks, and Floyd, all strikeout guys, all pinpoint guys, great command, really good young guys. And then you got Jake Peavy, who's a nice veteran. And in the bullpen, they got Thornton, Crane, and Lindstrom. You're going to rely a lot on those guys, though, unfortunately, because their pitching staff, they're the injury-prone guys of the league, for sure. And you couldn't put together a more injury-prone starting rotation. So you're gonna focus. You're gonna have to really rely on your bullpen, just because of that. But I mean, in their field, they got Jeff Keppinger. Hopefully he keeps up what he's been doing. You got Adam Dunn, Paul Konerko. They're going to be jacking their home runs no matter how many strikeouts Dunn gets. A lot of home runs, a lot of RBIs. They're going to probably combine for 60 home runs. And Alex Rios, he looks like he's brought it back to the level that he was with the Blue Jays before they let him go. And I like Rios. But like I said, their downfall will be just their injuries, injuries on their fielders, injuries on the rotation, and that's going to put them 3rd in the division. I can't see, and I mean, injuries, that's just all prediction. Obviously, they might not get injured, but just history has a strange way of repeating itself, and that's probably what's going to end up happening. Jake Peavy, very injury prone, and but who knows? Am I going to be wrong? Probably not. I don't see that being a possibility at all. But yeah, so that's AL Central. So first we got the Detroit Tigers, 2nd Kansas City Royals. Can't believe I said that. 3rd the Cleveland Indians, 4th the Minnesota Twins, or sorry, 4th the Chicago. Let me start over. I apologize. First we got the Detroit Tigers, 2nd Kansas City Royals, 3rd the Chicago White Sox, 4th Cleveland Indians, and 5th Minnesota Twins. I don't know how I messed that up. I guess I'm hoping for the Canadian there. 2 Canadians for the Twins. And the Canadian, the White Sox, Jesse Crane. I like Canadians in baseball. But that's it for today's episode of My Brain, My Heart, Sports Talk with Mike. Back to March Madness.